We're showing footage of animal agriculture and kind of like what happens behind the closed doors in the industry and kind of help people make that connection. That's what we're doing. Have you guys seen footage like this before? Never? First time? Have you ever wondered where animal products come from? Never. I didn't either. I didn't either for a long time.
I'm vegetarian though.
Oh, you're what?
I'm vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Wow. What made you go vegetarian? So you did see the footage?
Yeah, I've seen stuff, but I haven't seen nothing like this. Like
okay, like the pigs and so what did you see?
Like fish and shit.
Fish and stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
So do you think it was because of an ethical reason? Was it because it didn't feel right in your heart to keep eating animals, or what was your reason?
Health-wise and that-wise.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really 50-50.
Hey, have you ever heard of speciesism? So speciesism is another form of discrimination, just like racism or sexism, but against other species.
Exactly. And a lot
So-
of it is like Trump's family down there shooting big game in Africa.
Gosh, yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
It's unnecessary.
I mean, what's the point? I mean, these animals are going to be extinct.
Yes.
and you're just going to go and shoot them for some trophy?
I know, and this is just as unnecessary because we can thrive on plants. Have you guys ever heard about veganism before? Have you heard of veganism before? So, veganism is kind of like a more extensive version of vegetarianism. So vegetarians don't consume the flesh of animals, but vegans, we also don't consume dairy, we don't consume eggs, so we still don't consume products that come from animals. Because there's also a lot of cruelty involved in the dairy and the egg industry. And some people will even say that being vegan is extreme, but we think that what happens in these slaughterhouses is extreme.
Oh,
I think being vegan is...
it's also extreme to the people that have to work there.
It is, yep, it's a human rights issue as well.
Slave labor.
Yes, 100%, 100%.
You know, if
so,
you had to do that every day, if I had to do that every day,
slaughter animals every day, can you imagine? Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, because you're putting guns into other sentient beings
Yeah.
and slitting animals' throats all day long. That has to mess with your psyche up, you know?
It has, and I don't know what's wrong with people.
I know.
I mean, that they can...
Well, I think most of us are very disconnected. I think
That's
I was
really the
disconnected
problem.
for 20 years of my life.
Where were you?
Well, I just didn't know this was happening, you know what I mean? So I grew up in South America,
Right. Where were you from?
Colombia.
Colombia.
So I grew up consuming animal products, chicken hearts when I was a little boy.
Right.
Didn't make that connection whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because that's just what I ate. I didn't see the cruelty. I didn't see the pain and the suffering.
Well, yeah, that's right.
And then I saw the footage and I was like, oh my God, that cow was scared.
This is a
Babies.
lot like the footage that I saw. On,
This is
this is
the egg industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you aware of what happens in the egg industry?
No.
So in the egg industry, what happens is the baby chicks are hatched, and if they're baby boys, they're ground up alive, their first day of life, killed, because they're born the wrong sex. Are you aware of those industries at all? Okay. So in the egg industry, if a baby chick is born male, as soon as he hatches, because he's a male, he's gonna be thrown into a grinder, to a really big macerator, his first day of life, because he can't produce eggs, so he's no good for the industry. And if the baby chick is born female, her beak is cut off, like half of it, no anesthesia, anything. And they're just as sensitive as her fingertips. And then she is exploited for her body. She produces maybe 10 times more eggs than they used to in the past. And then when she can't produce eggs any longer, slaughterhouse. Change is uncomfortable, but when there's a victim involved, I think it's important to look at the change and be like, hey, my personal decisions are affecting another sentient individual. I should maybe consider, no anesthesia, castration without anesthesia. I mean, it's horrible to even look at, So like, if it's not good for our eyes, we should say, is it okay for our body? And then in the dairy industry, are you familiar with the dairy industry? A little bit. Okay, so the dairy industry, they artificially inseminate the cows. So they put like an electric prod inside a bull's anus.